You're watching the 2023-24 SCAC Men's Basketball Media Days. Today, we're taking a look at the University of Dallas men's basketball program. The Crusaders will once again be led as they head into the season under the guidance of head coach Matt Grahn, along with leadership from graduate guard Zac Olmsted. Coach Zac, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Russell.
Really appreciate it.
Coach, we head into a new season. This now your third year as the head coach of this UD men's basketball program. You've been around this group and this program for a number of years, but taking over officially as the head coach a couple of years ago, what did you learn over the course of these first couple of years as the guy in charge, and how will you apply that going into year three? How excited are you to get back and start this journey again with this group?
Well, I tell you what, you just asked me that question, like raised goosebumps on my arm and the hair on my arm stood up. So I'm really excited about this coming season. It's funny you asked about, the third year deal. I had a conversation with our men's soccer coach this summer, and something that he said really resonated with me. And that was, your first year as a head coach, you don't know what you don't know. Your second year, you know what to do. And your third year, you actually do it. And so, here we are, and the rubber's hitting the road now. And, so I actually learned a lot about myself. I learned about, I can't coach another man's style of basketball. I have to coach my own, and I have to find my own voice, and that has to be authentic. And I hope for guys like Zac that this year they feel that they feel it's from me. It's, it's not, no offense to Jared Samples, but it's not his program anymore, right? I mean, it's authentically mine. And so for that reason, I'm super pumped about this season. I'm excited that we have a great core of returners coming back. And I'm also excited about the new guys, which I'm sure we're going to talk about down the road here.
Zac, for you heading into this your final year of collegiate basketball, you transfer in a season ago, now in your second year in this UD men's program, a special story for you coming in at the same time as your younger brother, who's also a part of this program. I'm just interested in your mindset, both from, final year playing athletics with your brother, one of the leaders on this team. I'm sure there's a lot of things kind of going through your head as you get ready to start this season. What's your mindset? How excited are you to get ready to start this 2023-24 season?
I'm really excited. Like Coach said, we're really getting going here this past week, especially. And I feel like here at Dallas, I've found another home. That's been the big thing for me. I've been to a couple different schools, but like you said, coming in with my brother at the same time, Coach being from back home and where Johnny and I are from in Washington State, that was a big deal as well. And it's been a smooth transition. I mean, coming in last year was really great, and being an older guy, I wasn't really sure what to expect down here, what I was walking into. But again, it's been fantastic, super smooth, and really looking to build on this second year. And we also have a great group of seniors that I'm with that have just eased my transition really, really nicely. I mean, they've been here. They're a couple of the guys you've talked about with Coach Grahn. They've been here for a few years, and they know the ropes, and that made it a lot easier for me as well.
Coach, as you look at this roster, it kind of lines up with, not only are you coming into year three with experience, but you've got a group of guys that now lines up with you with that exact same experience. 5 of your 7 top scorers from a season ago returned. You're one of just 3 teams in the SCAC that shot 42% and higher from the field and 32% higher from 3. So a lot of things you were doing well offensively last year. How do you continue that momentum into this year? And, with that core returners, how does that help you in terms of kind of that starting point here at the start of a new year?
Well, with those kinds of numbers, shoot the ball more. No, honestly, I am blessed in the fact that, this group, they are high achievers on the floor. The thing that we put a lot of emphasis on in the preseason, and especially those 8 days of practice the NCAA now allows us, we've really put a premium on the defensive end of the floor. We decided this spring in our postseason meetings, Zac was one of them that mentioned, like, hey, we want to play a style of basketball that scores more points, right? And I said, all right, how do we do that? How do we accomplish that? We've got to reverse engineer it. And I made them come up with the answer, and their answer to me was, we've got to get more stops. So quite honestly, that's kind of been our focus from day one this season. And I hope that shows once we hit the floor.
Zac, you come in last year and you're making an immediate impact with this Crusader program. You made 20 starts last season, shooting 44% from both the field and 3-point range. Really did a lot of everything. Averaged a little over 8 points a game, 3 assists, 2.7 rebounds. Really were able to just fill a lot of holes with this lineup throughout the course of the season. What have you worked on through the course of the offseason, throughout the summer, that gives you continued growth and confidence heading into this year, your final year there at UD?
Yeah, I think this off season, just through conversations and everything, I think a lot of it is just playing my game and being me, really. And last year we did a lot of good things and started building into this year. And I think that for me, my biggest thing is, like Coach G said, we want to, we want to be efficient, and we want to keep up those numbers and see what we can do. And for me, that just means controlling the flow of the game, being a voice, being a leader, and making sure, hey, that we're getting good shots, getting good possessions, and doing what we want to do on the floor, and just making sure that all 5 guys, whoever's out there on the floor, are connected.
Coach, we've talked a lot about the core that's coming back this season. You've brought in a group of new faces as well, 5 first years in total. What is that process like for you as a coach, integrating new faces into the program, especially with such a veteran core? How has that process gone, and what have you seen from some of these first years that gives you excitement coming into the year?
Yeah. First, a lot of credit to the returning guys. They do a fabulous job of embracing our new guys, especially early on, and including them and just making them feel welcome as part of our program. I think that's a huge tribute to the amount of character our returning guys have. The second piece is, again, those 8 days before October 15th have been hugely valuable to us, to allow those guys to get on the floor before, we're going 6 days a week and that grind hits. It's been really great for us to, show them what college basketball is all about. Of those 5 guys, I feel like we added a lot of athleticism. We've definitely added depth. It's provided a really competitive environment in practice. It's really fun to go to the gym and watch these guys go at each other.
Zac, finally wrapping things up with you, as you've had conversations with some of the other leaders within this group, and just as a team, we're looking ahead to the season, taking inventory about some of the goals that this 23-24 Crusaders men's basketball team has. What do those conversations look like? What will be key for this team in order to accomplish those heading into the year?
Yeah, I think our group of seniors, like I mentioned, has a lot of experience. They've been here, but between me and the other returners as well, we also have a lot of time on the floor. And I think that really helps us knowing what we want to accomplish, what we need to do. And really, we just have a really close-knit group of guys through and through, 1 through 17 right now. And that's something where if we have a common goal and everyone's going at it every day, we want to play for each other. Like Coach said, we're in practice every day. We're really going after it, and we're competing hard, and we're really excited for this next year. And we want to be the best basketball team we can. And I feel like if we do that, we're going to put ourselves in a really good spot to be successful.
And finally, Coach, as you continue to make this program, uniquely yours, and you put those fingerprints on them, this season is successful if what plays out. What are you looking for from this group heading into year 3, whether it be on the floor, out of the gym, within that locker room, that continues to show signs of success and signs that you're building and pushing this group in the right direction heading into this year?
Yeah, I think the simplest answer, Russell, is this: that we get better every day. I want to see consistent, constant improvement every day. And, I talk with the guys a lot about, what does that mean? What does success mean? And honestly, I ask, when we break our huddles, I ask the guys one question, right? And that's, what's good enough? What's the answer, Zac?
My best.
My best. Like, they just got to bring their best every day. And if they will do that, then we continue to improve. And then we hit our stride by the time, conference tournament rolls around. That's when we want to be playing our best basketball.
University of Dallas men's basketball program. Again, the Crusaders head into the season under the guidance of head coach Matt Grahn, along with leadership from senior Zac Olmsted. Crusaders will open up the 23-24 campaign when they take on UT Dallas on the road on November 8th. Coach, Zac, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the year.
Thanks, Russell.
Thanks, Russell.